wrap up this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, with a storm on the west coast, a storm on the east coast. We'll start it off on the west, and then we'll show you the forecast for the entire week. Getting back in the gear first thing Monday morning, and a big spin here in the atmosphere across the Channel Islands, and that's kept showers in the forecast in Southern California. And we do expect some pretty decent snowfall totals, as we'll show you in a minute, in the forecast in the mountains of Southern California. Now, this storm will be spinning its way across New Mexico and Arizona tomorrow, and then head out through the southern plains, much like its predecessors, by the middle of the week. Late tonight, we've got a few showers in the Southland from Ventura County back through San Diego County. Nothing very serious, nothing that will provoke any kind of flash flooding, although there were some heavier rains on Sunday, which caused some problems in some areas of the Southland. Temperatures right now at 55, or rather the high in LA was 55. 49 in Seattle, 57 in Vegas, so a very chilly day across a good deal of the west. Not bad in Denver, though, 43. 31 now in Denver. In Los Angeles, it's only down several more degrees. The cloud cover acting as a blanket. And by the way, 55 is pretty chilly for an afternoon high in Southern California any time of the year, certainly in December and especially in January and February, when it tends to be the coldest time of the year. Spokane at 37 now in the basin. Stampede Pass at 31. Now, as you get out into those normally colder areas, it's already down below freezing into the upper 20s, but still 42 in Seattle, 44 in Fair in Portland. Moving into Central California, you'll have an offshore breeze tonight and tomorrow, so the rain is out of the forecast, as we showed you on radar. And temperatures tonight back into the 40s in most areas, and you can see where they stand now in Southern California, out through the desert areas, 54 in Palm Springs. Now, back east, we're looking at another storm, actually a series of lows. We're going to have one main storm take shape off the coast of Maine, and that will really kick in the heavy snowfall and very strong winds. That's going to be really the big story with the storm, affecting just about everybody in the Northeast. If you're watching from Boston, Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, D.C., Richmond, tomorrow is going to be one of the windier days of the entire year, and we'll also have the sun out kind of mixing the atmosphere. That will lead to very gusty winds. So again, be prepared for wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour. Heavier snowfalls, though, will be relegated basically to eastern Maine and up towards the Canadian Maritimes. The rain continues tonight in Boston. A few showers in the west, as we showed you, and through the Four Corners. And a quick check of the northeastern radar. We've got snow now north of this line here as you get up through Montpelier, Lebanon, up towards Burlington. The cold air moves in as the moisture moves out, so no problems with snowfall in New York overnight tonight or tomorrow, but anywhere from Boston north, and especially in this area, Bangor, Augusta, down to Portland. It's raining now in Portland, but it will change over to snowfall as that colder air moves in. 28 now in Burlington. It's 37 in Chicago, and a relatively comfy 72 in Miami. Not too shabby. Let's get the forecast now for Monday morning. We've got the winds blowing offshore. And remember, in the west, when the wind blows offshore, that usually means some pretty decent weather as far as a lot of sunshine and little chance of any rain. We still have the low, though, drifting in through Arizona and New Mexico Monday and Tuesday. Snow for the Rim Country, the Grand Canyon, over towards the San Juans and Sangre de Cristos, but a much better day in Southern California. There could be a shower around for the early morning commute on the freeways, but by afternoon, plenty of sunshine, about 10 degrees warmer up there in the mid-60s. Windy at Tahoe throughout the day with a high of 40, but the valleys and the coast up there in the low 60s again. Brilliant blue skies in the Bay Area. And in the northwest, more sunshine and cool 40s for Seattle. Back east, the big storm winds up with snow, but again, the wind, you'll feel it if you're flying tomorrow. Takeoff and landing is going to be bumpy. If you're just outside amongst the outdoor environment, you'll feel that wind, gust to 50 miles an hour, lowering the wind chill. Highs basically for most of you in the Northeast in the 30s, so much cooler than it has been most of the long holiday weekend. Getting into the rest of the week's forecast, here comes a surge of Arctic air down the pike in towards Chicago, Minneapolis, and this is destined for the south and the southeast as we get into next weekend, at least based on our long-range computer models. So again, some great weather to get you in the mood for Christmas shopping next weekend. Meanwhile, the storm we're talking about tomorrow leaves behind some snow showers and quite a bit of wind Tuesday. And then here comes our next storm into the southern plains, taking the same track picking up moisture along the Gulf Coast, spreading it up into the mid-Atlantic. And then by Thursday and Friday, we'll have yet another coastal storm. We may be dealing with more snow than we're seeing here. We'll keep you posted throughout this week right here on the Weather Channel. Your local weather follows the city forecast, beginning with Atlanta, Georgia, for this week.